Sure. My name is Paul Carney. I am from Navy Federal Credit Union.
And Paul, why did Navy Federal decide to sponsor and get involved with this year's ITEN Wired?
Because Navy Federal, as we are moving a lot of our operations center to this area, to the Pensacola area, we have about 3,400 people right now on this campus, and our CEO has made the commitment, publicly stated, that we are going to have 10,000 jobs on this campus. A large chunk of those will be IT jobs. So as we increase our IT jobs here, we're going to need to make sure we're working together very closely with the community, all the different groups in the community that are IT focused, because we're going to make sure we are not only growing for our needs, but for everyone else, because it's one thing where you can't just come in and take one piece of pie and divide it up and try to chunk it out to everybody. You have to grow the pie together, and that's why we committed to being here, being a part of this, because it has to be a community effort to make the pie larger.
Absolutely. We know you're also involved with IT Gulf Coast. Tell us why that organization decided to co-sponsor and get involved with this event.
Great, I will do that. Yes, I'm the chairman this year of IT Gulf Coast on the board of directors. I got involved with IT Gulf Coast about 4 years ago because when I moved here from the Northern Virginia area, which has a very strong IT community, I started looking around here 6 years ago to see what is the IT community here, and it was hard to find people. I found IT Gulf Coast and said, we need to expand this. At the time, it was very focused on scholarships, raising money from sponsors and doing events and giving money for scholarships. I said, but there's a networking component we're missing, and started to really work hard. And this year, as the chairman, instituted a program. We actually started networking programs, miniature versions of this, where people get together, meet each other, know each other, and that has grown tremendously. We are so excited. And then our board members actually are also involved with the ITEN Wired planning committee, which brings the two groups together in such a way so we can compare with each other, know what each other's doing, and it makes such a synergistic growth for everyone that we're so excited.
Now, we know you introduced this morning's speaker.
Yes.
Wonderful presentation. Give us some insight. How do you think things are going so far? We know we kicked it off really well this morning.
It was great. Getting everyone in this room and seeing, just looking out and seeing the number of people. You know, we were oversold this year. We had to turn away folks, which we did not want to do, but we had to actually turn away, which is the first time ever that has happened. So I was so excited to see the people in this room ready to learn, ready to listen. Sean did a phenomenal job. Sean Wells this morning, such a great job of helping set the tone for things you're going to hear and learn and things to think about as you sit and listen to folks, and that has been a great start. The first tracks are done already this morning, and the comments back from people have been, they range from such excitement to almost scared, because they're bringing up topics and we're talking about things like cybersecurity, where when you realize, even watching what Sean said this morning, you go, wow. You can do that? They're doing that? Who's doing that? And so it starts that question. So those of us that are the business leaders and the IT groups throughout the community need to make sure our organizations are starting to think about those items.
Absolutely. So you referenced some of the tracks that are available, some of the courses that we're offering, breakout sessions. What specific focus areas on this year's agenda are relevant to Navy Federal?
To Navy Federal, definitely the security aspects. We, of course, being the largest credit union in the world, $55 billion in assets, we really have to make sure our systems are secure, because people trust their money to us. Our members trust their money. It has to be secure. So security is definitely one there. It's interesting, you get the government aspects of this area in particular, so we wanted to make sure we focus on some of the government areas too, because there are such a number of not only the military but the contractors. So when we looked at the idea for the tracks, it had to have something involving the government. And then the final one was application development this year, which was interesting because that's a wide range. And we'll probably refine that a little bit more next year too, or try to figure out what types of application development, because you've got everything from the core systems to mobility. And there's a lot of range in between there, and we just don't know what mobility is going to look like even in the next 3 to 5 years. And that's the part I want to bring next year, is think about more of what does the future look like in mobility, come up, maybe even do roundtables where people come in and we whiteboard ideas of what would it look like. I think would be phenomenal.
Great perspective, great ideas. Thanks for your time today. We appreciate it.